with Autumn. It's your Sunday, November 23rd. Hope you guys are doing well out there. And as always, I hope you are finding time to relax or time to do something for yourself. I'm just checking in here with you with just not a whole lot, just kind of a check-in, maybe just a little chew. I don't know. I guess it's more like it's kind of like conflicting narratives and the chaos of I think we're in a chaos season is what I think we're in. And yeah. Yeah, heroes of the holiday season. Um, you know, with our usual cast. The usual cast of characters, they always show up just in time, right? So I appreciate it so much. So I was gonna do what I kind of consider an echo chamber, and this is related to what is it, Secretary of Homeland Security. They're now checking in and saying, "Hi, Derek C. Williams. Thank you so much, Derek C. Williams, for coming in and loving on the like button. I appreciate it." It looks like I have maybe one voyeur. I don't know. Who knows? They have to, the monitoring spirits, they come around here. But I'm going to be honest. I'm telling you that I'm thinking that they're going to roll in, just based on the announcement that was at the Las Vegas airport, that they're going to be rolling out new technologies, apparently investing. You see, that's why I said this, guys, earlier on. I said, it's not a shutdown. It's a startup or an opportunity. Because I don't know, when was the last time that the airports had some form of upgrade? What? I'm a southpaw? Negative. I guess you might say I'm ambidextrous. You might say that. Yeah, more ambidextrous. Whatever still works of whatever I have, whatever's left of, you know. It's like whatever I'm working with, what's ever left over. Great stream, by the way, Derek C. Williams. I really appreciate it. So this is kind of like just what I'm on about. I'm just thinking, the startups. I said, is it a shutdown or is it a startup or is it a? Are you kidding me? I didn't know that. Hello, Eric Williams -13G. Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate it. Thank you for loving on the like button. I guess we'll call it like button Sunday, I guess. But yeah, so I'm just saying, it was just more like an offline. They take things offline, but the shutdown is much more, it invokes more fear, okay? It stokes more fear if you call it a shutdown instead of a offline, okay? Because everybody didn't get shut down. It's the common man got shut down. And I talked about that yesterday when we had the Marjorie Taylor Greene resignation speech. And she used my favorite, she's framing with common American woman. Thank you guys for coming in and loving on the like button. I appreciate it. And but it's kind of, it's like they're trying to keep that whole theme going. So yeah, it's kind of an echo chamber right now because I'm kind of pivoting around the Department of Homeland Security and the TSA narrative right about now. The pivot here is, well, not really pivot. The point here is that, they're saying, oh, we have an opportunity to bring in new technologies. Well, when was the last time they had major upgrades? Would that be after 9/11, 9/11? I don't even know how long has TSA been around now. Somebody out there do the math. I know somebody has to. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Looks like I have six half voyeur, half monitoring spirit. I don't know what you're on about. Yep. Yeah, she did, but it's only temporary. Stage left, exit. Um, and of course, people have talked about that she's got. I guess they're quoting like a net worth of about 25 mil. But then they're saying that's from her family run. Her family has a business that's worth that has that kind of earning. I don't even know if I want to say liquidity. I don't know. That's not my domain of competence. But and then of course there's other stocks and whatnot. But of course you have other people that say, oh no, that's some dirty money. But between I guess so we were kind of pivoting between MTG and Christy Nome. Ah, hi, how are you? VD Miyagi. Is it Miyagi? VD Miyagi. Thank you so much for coming in. And VD Miyagi came in hot. Says it was established in November of 2001. Okay, so TSA was established, or did I say TSA was established in 2000 November 2001. Derek C. Williams comes in and he says Tom Ridge and then kicked it off after 9/11. Gotcha. Crazy 25. I don't know, different strokes, language matters. But yeah, so I'm just wondering what exactly they said they're investing like $1 billion. I don't think it's actually limited to in airports across the country. So it's not going to be good old Las Vegas. Not going to be just good old Las Vegas getting that getting those new technologies, because I think what was it like, kind of like the bionic, do they call it the bionic man machine, where you get in and you you stick your arms out. You get in, you stick your arms out. I guess I'm not doing very well with this right now. You get in and you stick your arms out. I don't know if you guys remember Quantum Leap? For some reason, the soundtrack, the jingle to Quantum Leap and MacGyver are getting all mixed up in my head right now. So I Crazy 25, what are you on about? There are no black female streamers that don't preach. I'm serious. You might be, look, I don't know. I don't know about you, but I got better tasting fish to fry right about now. But here we go. But yeah, so you coming in with a thick brush. All right, but yeah, so back on the rails here. Oh, no problem. VD Miyagi. So I didn't greet for I didn't greet first. My apologies. Just had to quickly give you the answer. I appreciate that, VD Miyagi. I really do. I appreciate that. That's very nice of you to bring it, to come in there with it. Yeah, so hi, Jason Newton K8B on a Sunday. So yeah, so what I'm on about is I'm kind of pivoting right now between former Governor Kristi Noem, aka Department of Homeland Security. I guess she's the secretary position of that. I better double check that. But then MTG. So right now it looks like I'm not sure how many days ago this was, but Kristi Noem showed up. That was a very quick follow-up. So that was just yesterday. So we're already back in the echo chamber. Not too long ago, she was there saying that they were going to be, people that went above and beyond and blah, 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 that they were going to be giving them extra money, and that, it's only some people are going to get it. But then she said something that was kind of disturbing. She said that there are only a handful that she can recognize. I mean, there's another person present that described how that she ended up having car troubles during the time, and that she actually ended up Ubering to get to work to do all this fine, heroic save the day to contribute to this narrative. Thank you guys so much for coming in and loving on the like button. Jason Newton K8B, thank you guys. I appreciate you guys for loving on the like button, because it's looking like a little bit malnourished or it's looking a little anemic right now. It says we got 7 people in here, but we've got 2 little thumbs. I appreciate it. Thank you guys. So just, you tap once, whatever you need to do. You tap it and you walk and you pull away. That's all. You get in and out. That's all you do. Same to you, Jason Newton, K8B. And you enjoy your evening as well. But yeah, so we're talking about DHS. What could it be? You guys let me know what you think in the comments. What do you think? What exactly in this technology do you think is about to be rolled out in airports across the country under the auspices of safety and security and also efficiency? This is what, here it comes. Do you guys see that where have we heard that before? We've heard that before, okay? But like I said, the shutdowns are startups, or the offline, you come back online. Derek C. Williams is coming in hot, says facial recognition. Thank you, Derek C. Williams. Tyrone T coming in hot with the 4015. Says the Patriot Act Part 2. Ooh, this group is hot. You guys are cooking. Don't forget to love on that like button. Don't forget to AI will, because what was it not too long ago? I swear it was about 2022 that there was it seems like it was a survey or something in which you could actually, they were allegedly surveying people to join. You want to contribute to what might be the beginning of the Bill of Rights for AI. You guys go back in the archives. Go back in the archives of Black Spring with Autumn. That it's free. I don't know. I'm not right now. I'm not at a place in which I can justify going on to premium content or paying for services. Shout out to you guys. Get over to, if you're on X, I guess, was it Joseph Francis Burton is on X, so you'll get over there. Joseph Francis Burton has a lot going on, a lot of content. There's something for everybody over there, and he's got real heart. So support. And you guys drop your links. Tyrone T 4015. So what's your political views? I'm not judging my political views. Well, my political views is that it's a little scripty, okay? We're on a map. We're living in an overlapping map. If I had a chance to draw it, I would draw. Like not quite etch a sketch or whatever the things were back in the day. If I could draw on here, that would be a cool. Add that, YouTube. Tell your people to add that where I can, give you a visual or something on here. We're all about multisensory learning here. But political views, I mean, it's a show. It's a shellacking of characters. And like right now, because right now you have, there's no left dialectic. There's no right dialectic over here. At one point, my particular channel, I looked through a lot of conservative lenses, if you will. But now, and that was, shout out to the class of COVID-19 and 2020, the class of 2020. And I think we have a budding class of 2020. Tyrone T 4015 says overlapping map. Well, I'm just saying, but just when one crisis ends, they've already started another one. Crisis containment. And then there's some narratives or some motives that never really go out. They're always in circulation. So, some of these things never really go out of circulation. But I'm just, there's no. No, you just gotta pay. If you pay attention just a little bit, you'll see we have a blue fork in the road and a red fork in the road, and together they make purple. And they're all going down a similar path. There's general different tactics, okay? They're just It's just a different tactic. Maybe one got a flat tire over here while the other one got a few inches further down the road. But they won't let each other they won't each other get too far away, because you're going to end up in the same spot. Because after all, not my words, but Marjorie Taylor Greene says, nothing ever really changes. And she's absolutely correct. No matter what they think of her, if she's, if she's dropping some truth bombs or pulling the Band-Aid off of something, if she's doing that, okay, but then nothing's gonna change. She's exiting stage left temporarily. She'll be back. She took you to the edge. She said, hey, until the people realize that their power is here, I'll be back. I'll be over here until they realize their power. So, Anarchy Television says F*CK, the world order. I got you. I say New World Order, they'll put it on there. They'll, the hack checkers, or the shout out to Mr. Pearson. He's calling that the AI God will come on and shut you down. Let's see. Let me blast it down a little bit. Goated 6X says, due to unemployment and overall well-being, because robots will take our jobs. Well, I think that's already happening. They just keep every one of these crises is an opportunity for them to roll out something else. So they're not done with the crisis. Okay, they have a deadline. I don't know. Some people say, okay, they got thwarted on that deadline, so they got to speed it up, or they got to make some more stuff happen. So if we go with that trajectory, then to me, more than likely, something else is going to happen. And with every crisis, you get locked out a little bit more. A lot of people saying the social credit scoring is on the way. That's exactly what they're saying. And it may very well be. Now, Utah was the city that I wanted to get on about yesterday, because they'd already implemented some things but they're not the only state. The only state that's got those initiatives already out there. So I think it's going to come, but everything happens to me on a kind of a gradualistic way, because if they do it all at once, then everybody, that'll be alarming, right? But they're gradually rolling these things out. Thank you guys so much for coming in. And thank you guys for loving on the like button. It makes a difference. Even in 2025, it still makes a difference for you to come in and love on the like button. Now, I would say if it's not worth loving on the like button, you probably need to keep going. You probably need to go and, I don't know, what was it back in the 80s? Go to the buffet. What was it? Old Country Buffet. I mean, I think in the 80s and 90s, buffets were a thing, but now I think they kind of wiped that out. I think COVID finished that off. I do. So yeah, but here we go. We were talking about Kristi Noem and her rhetoric on the TSA agents who went above and beyond. And my problem with that is, I mean, maybe some people didn't even have a credit card to go be above and beyond. For somebody to have car trouble and they're constantly taking Ubers and whatnot, then what is that going? Oh, so she ran up some more debt that she didn't have money to pay for. I'm just saying, and then she tells the woman, well, I'm not going to give you your check right now. I'm just going to go to the next person. So I'm just thinking it's this big hero / I'm coming in to save the day. I'm coming in to reward you, slaves. They might try to ding me for that. They don't like that word around here. I'm coming in to, we told you guys to get your butts back out there to work. And I'm here to give you a few more breadcrumbs. Because I would imagine Uber is not very cheap right now. Haven't taken an Uber in a long time. I used to be fond of Uber. Especially I want to drive a car to the airport. Or even if you are like coming out of Orange County, oh my gosh, coming from LA, from Orange County down to San Diego, that was horrible. Back then, it was like $140. I can't imagine right now what it would cost you to go from Orange County to go from LA to Orange County. I mean, I think LA to Orange County was about 140, 150 bucks. But I can't, it's just a lot. A lot. Okay, let me go back through here. Somebody says, F the Draco Reptilian Elite. Tyrone T4015 says, well, good to know you're not a sheep like most people out there. Woo. Yeah, no. I think the sheep are out. Not a lot of sheep come around here. They come in, but you know. Shout out to Derek C. Williams for dropping his link. And you guys feel Anarchy, please feel free to drop your link as well. Drop your link. Yeah, so we're just talking a little bit about the new technologies that Kristi Noem is citing that are going to be rolled out across the country for more safety and more security and, yeah, facilitate efficiency. So here it is. You know, it's happening. It's happening, folks. Goat at 6X says, do you believe universal basic income will roll out by 2030 and up? I'm going to be honest, Goat at 6X, I really don't know. I'm thinking that that mankind is going to be the walking currency. And you know, if we can endure until 2030 and up. I honestly don't know. I don't know. Just a lot of things are it appears a lot of things are crashing around, you know, states not funding things properly, and nor have they have a record for doing it anyway. So yeah, so I just kind of wanted to play that clip for you guys, and I don't know, I may do it later on, but I'm just saying, you know, it's just interesting to have elites and people that weren't cut off didn't go offline during their shutdown, their startup, are out here, you know, telling people that she can only name a handful. So to me, it's almost like you're ostracizing other people who could not do. How do you know they weren't doing the best that they can? Like, why would you make a statement like that? I mean, I don't know this woman personally, and but I'm just thinking, you know, but she's doing what she's got to do. She's got a job to do. But her rhetoric, I'm here just to expose to frame the frame and expose the frame. These politicians, you know, that's what they do. So I don't know. Thank you guys so much for coming in. Let's see, who do we have? Let's see, Michelle Obama. Oh, yikes. Goated 6X says, yeah, everything is crashing down. I mean, I'm just thinking it's just in time for these holidays that they do this stuff. They've gotta save the day. They gotta shut you offline, shut you back on. And I do think that, say for instance, the SNAP program, that'll probably have some type of, they may have some type of facial recognition attached to that as well. So I would imagine that's not the only thing that's gonna roll out. Okay. The areas that were highlighted the most, I anticipate, or the sectors of the country in the startup that were hit the hardest, those are going to get the technology boost. Let's see. Who is this? India Matters 89005. Am I from Baltimore? You know what? I don't know what to tell you. This is, do you have a what? I'm not even sure. This is not the place for, if you're trying to do a real ID interview, go somewhere else and do that. We've been there and done that. So yeah, but you know, it's not your job to come on here and be a crazy maker. So yeah. You know, go do that somewhere else. You probably have about 3 seconds before you get zipped. You might get timed out or get a little shut down. What? Oh, so I don't know. What, I don't know what you're on about. I mean, if you're looking for, if you're trying to, I don't know what you're trying to do. This is not that channel. I mean, where can you get that information? I don't know. Do we have anybody with stripes in here? This is a little bit cumbersome. Tyrone4015. Yeah, it's pretty wild. So I don't know what we can do going forward, but I don't know about all these, oh, we'll take care of you. Oh, because there's going to be something. You're going to give up something for everything that they're planning. It's going to, you're going to get curtailed. You lose for everything they say they're giving, they're taking something. Okay. Yeah, that's exactly what's going on. Let's see. Shout out to you. If you're in the stream, I appreciate if you guys could hit the like button. You know, just love on the like button a little bit. It doesn't take long. It doesn't cost you a thing. It's not pay per view. Nope, not yet. Not at this time. Not members only. To me, that's something I think they should roll out. Maybe not with a monetization attached to it, but they should still have something. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes maybe you want to be able to flip it on and flip it off, because it might serve as a kind of a filter. So you kind of filter out some things. Thank you guys for hitting the like button. I really appreciate it. So yeah, I'm just kind of not really, the craziness in the streets already. The people that don't come out until twice a year for their holidays are making wide turns in the middle of nowhere. So, it kind of puts everybody at risk. It's just bizarre. And then people have all-out fights at Walmarts. The people of Walmart, that's a real thing. That is a real thing. I don't know. I see some of these people carry on as if they haven't had a meal all year. I didn't say a good meal. I didn't say a hearty meal. So yeah, so I don't know. Indian Mather 89005. I mean, you're really working hard here. So you work for Morgan & Morgan as a talent agent and lurk YouTube looking for influencer talent. I don't know. Do I have just go to blackspringwithautumn@gmail.com. That's about all you can do. blackspringwithautumn@gmail.com. Yep, that's what you can do, because you're running a little bit hot right now. But I want to thank you guys so much for coming in. I just want to come in for just a little bit. So if I come back, I might bring you that clip and a couple of other things. So I really appreciate it. But yeah, if you guys have anything you want to send in terms of if you want to send anything content wise, send it to blackspringwithautumn@gmail.com. But I don't really have anything, if you're canvassing for anything else, I don't really know about that. All right, so let me just go ahead and give a little bit of a shout out to everybody that came in. Derek C. Williams, of course. Thank you so much for supporting. VD Miyagi, thank you so much. Taking us down memory lane back to 2001. Crazy 25. Let's see. Sat Salsa. I don't know what you were on about. 4198. Jason Newton K8B. And of course, Anarchy Television. Thank you so much for coming in. And Goated 6X. Tyrone T4015. I appreciate it. And India Mathers, the verdict is way out. Hi, Convos with Cam. How are you? Thank you so much for coming in. Yeah, we were just chatting it up a little bit on some of we have the former governor of North Dakota, Kristi Noem, I believe, is showed up at the airport to present the heroes that that went above and beyond, that didn't have any money, but they came to work. But then she also says there's only a handful that she can recognize. I mean, how condescending is that? I mean, these shutdowns, these AKA startups, opportunities, but she's there to tell you that the DHS is investing over $1 billion in airports across the country under the auspices of safety and security and efficiency. So you see what's happening here? It's here we go. We've got the hero. We got the hero to give the little slaves a little chump change, and then she's the hero. But she also started out with the whole finger pointing about the shutdown and left right dialectic stuff. So you know that part. You're right on Convos with Cam. So Convos with Cam, feel free to drop your link anytime you come in here. I appreciate you for coming in. Because we have some people who are getting a little bit heavy. A little heavy with the I don't even want to say it's spam, but it's borderline spam. So I appreciate you guys for loving on the like button. And Derek C. Williams, if you're still here, drop your link. Convos with Cam, please drop your link. And blessings to you, Convos with Cam. I think I caught one of your performances. Beautiful work, beautiful work. Let's see. Tyrone T4015. Goated 6X. Yeah, if anybody's still hanging around, feel free to drop your link. And with that, I'm going to be getting out of here. Like I said, I may come back later. But for now, I'm probably going to just kind of bail out. I ended up having to do some work that I didn't want to do. But, the time is of the essence, if you will. It really is. So if you can get in and get out, nobody gets hurt. All right, guys, I appreciate you guys for burning a whopping 31 minutes and 55 seconds with Black Spring with Autumn. Let's see. She says, yeah, everyone, once in a while, I will share me playing piano. Oh, absolutely. Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm sure I'll be getting on. I mean, I have some extra time so I can go through. Sometimes I will go through and check out videos and things that I don't get all the time that I want to do, or just time to just really sit and listen to things and listen to performances. But I look forward to it for sure. Absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, if you can drop your link, let me know, or just put it in there. And I will see you guys later. You guys have a great rest of the Sunday. If I could come back later today, I will do just that. All right, guys. Bye for now.